Even as my child has been developing, I have been developing also with her. As she's progressing in life, I'm progressing in life, and as she's getting closer to the part of her future where she makes more decisions, does things outside of my controlling hands, I'm planning more, I'm preparing more safety measures and little things I can put in place to guard her. And I presented a list that I was working on 2 or 3 years ago for her dating years. I still have about 20 more years to work on this list, so I'm not in any hurry. But I have been working and expanding my daddy's rules for dating for Hannah. Every young man will get a copy of this. And I'll probably also, sit down physically and declare these things into his life, because I want him to understand how things works with my daughter. So I've expanded this now to 10 rules concerning dating my daughter. Rule number 1. If you pull into my driveway and honk, you better be delivering a package, because you sure aren't picking anything else up. Rule number 2, you do not touch my daughter in front of me. You may glance at her as long as you do not peer at anything below her neck. If you cannot keep your hands or eyes off my daughter's body, I will remove them. I can help you with this. Rule number 3, I'm aware that it is considered fashionable for boys your age to wear their trousers so loosely that they appear to be falling off their hips. Please do not take this as an insult, but you and all your friends are idiots. But still, I want to be fair and open-minded about this issue, so I propose this compromise. You may come to the door with your underwear showing and your pants 10 sizes too big, and I will not object. However, in order to ensure that your clothes do not come off during the course of your date with my daughter, I will take my electric nail gun and fasten your trousers securely in place to your waist. Rule number 4, I'm sure you've been told that in today's world, sex without some kind of barrier method can kill you. Let me elaborate. When it comes to sex and my daughter, I am the barrier, and I will kill you. And I'm hoping some of your daddies are saying, those are good, I'm going to use those. Rule number 5, it is usually understood that in order for us to get to know each other, we should talk about sports, politics, and other issues of the day. Please do not do this. The only information I require from you is an indication of when you expect to have my daughter safely back at my house. And the only word I need to hear from you on this subject is early. Rule number 6, I have no doubt that you are a popular fellow with many opportunities to date other girls. This is fine with me as long as it's okay with my daughter. Otherwise, once you've gone out with my little girl, you will continue to date no one but her until she is finished with you. If you make her cry, I will make you cry. Rule number 7. As you stand in my front hallway waiting for my daughter to appear and more than an hour goes by, do not sigh and start fidgeting. My daughter is putting on her makeup, a process that takes longer than painting the Golden Gate Bridge. If you wanted to be on time for the movie, you shouldn't be dating my daughter. Instead of just standing there, why don't you do something useful, like go mow my lawn? Rule number 8, the following places are not appropriate for dates with my daughter. Places where there are beds, sofas, or anything softer than a wooden stool. Places where there is darkness. Places where there is dancing, holding hands, or happiness of any kind. Places where the ambient temperatures are warm enough to introduce my daughter to wearing shorts, tank tops, midriff t-shirts, or anything other than overalls, a sweater, or a goose-down parka zipped to her throat. Movies with strong romantic or sexual themes are to be avoided. Movies that feature chainsaws are okay. Hockey games are okay. Old folks' homes are better. Rule number 9, do not lie to me. I may appear to be a balding, middle-aged, dim-witted has-been, but on issues related to my daughter, I'm the all-knowing, merciless God of your universe. If I ask you where you're going and with whom, you have one chance to tell me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I have a shotgun, a shovel, and 5 acres behind my house if you lie. Rule number 10 is as far as I've gotten so far. Be afraid, be very afraid. It takes very little for me to mistake the sound of your car in the driveway as a chopper coming in over a rice paddy in Hanoi. When my Agent Orange starts acting up, the voices in my head tell me to clean the guns while I wait for you to bring my daughter into the house. As soon as you pull into the driveway, exit the car with both hands in plain sight. Speak the perimeter password. Announce in a clear voice that you've brought my daughter home safely and early and returned to your car. There's no need for you to come inside. By the way, that camouflage face in the window, that'll be me. That's as far as I've got so far. Next year, I'll give you the next 2 or 3 that I've been working on.